Hello everyone! Welcome back to another Katana tip for the RenderMan challenge. In this tutorial, we'll take a look at how to control your environment lighting setup in Katana with practical RenderMan lighting tips, light filters, light linking, and the lighting tools. These features will give you much more flexibility when shaping the look of your set, whether you're balancing a night scene or highlighting specific areas in your environment. Inside the Gaffer 3 node, we'll begin by syncing our lights to the scene graph by enabling Sync Selection In-Out. From here, we will create a main light rig to control all the rigs for our environment. This rig acts as the central controller, and under it, we will group lights based on set elements or light function. For example, all mesh lights can be placed under a single mesh light rig, while the sky, vehicle, and building lights can each be grouped separately under their own rigs. Grouping is especially useful for AOVs since it organizes the scene for rendering and prepares lights for easier compositing later on. Below each controller, you can right-click and add RenderMan lights that suit your needs. For more details about analytic, geometric, and utility lights, check the RenderMan documentation. Now, let's move on to light filters. Filters let you refine the behavior of a light without altering its main attributes. With a RenderMan light selected in the Gaffer 3 node, you can add filters directly from the Nodes tab. For example, a PXR barn filter lets you crop and shape the beam of a light to block spill from hitting certain walls. Next up is light linking. Sometimes you will also want a light to affect only certain areas in the set. In the Gaffer 3 node, the linking tab allows you to drag scene graph locations into the on section to include them and into the off section to exclude them. For example, you might link a light only to a vehicle while preventing it from affecting the rest of the set, making the vehicle brighter in the foreground. By setting the initial state parameter to off to turn the light off, you only need to define the on path. If you want to turn off some elements from a specific location, but not all of them, you can use custom statements. In the off section, select Custom under the cell statement, drag the path of the top of the hierarchy where your asset lives, and add // star to recursively target everything under it. Then add a second custom field, set it to difference, and drag the on location so that everything is excluded from that path except your chosen object. Finally, let's cover the lighting tools in the Hydra viewer. You activate the lighting tools by clicking on the lighting tool icon or by pressing L. Once activated, the lighting tools display a floating parameter widget, so you can quickly adjust key values like intensity, exposure, and color without switching panels. From this widget, you can also solo a light to mute all others and see only its contribution, or mute a light to switch it off without deleting it from your rig. You can create lights by pressing Shift-click on the surface of a geometry. You can move the light closer and further from the surface by holding Ctrl plus clicking and dragging. You can also place it according to the normal of the geometry, which is quite useful for fast light placement. For focus work, you can toggle the viewer to full screen mode by pressing space. This makes shaping and balancing environment lights much faster and more intuitive. And that's it for this tutorial. We covered how to build and organize an environment light rig, enhance your setup with light filters, refine control with light linking, and interactively adjust lights using the lighting tools. These techniques are key for professional environment lighting setups in Katana with RenderMan, and they'll give you far greater control over mood and atmosphere. Try them out in your challenge project and see how much faster they make light placement. Have fun!